Okay, so now we are going to practice some more. How do we rewrite the equation in intercept, or what we call root form? Sometimes they call it factored form, into standard form. So that just means I need to get my equation to look like ax squared plus bx plus c, which means I need to simplify this. So the first way, I think the easiest way, is to do the double distributive or tabular method. I like to use the tabular method for those two binomials. So I'm going to label this side x plus 2 and this one x minus 8 and fill in. Remember, we fill in with multiplication. X times x is x squared. X times 2 is 2x. X times negative 8 is negative 8x. And negative 8 times 2 is negative 16. Combine your like terms and you're left with x squared minus 6x minus 16. Now here, we still have that 6 in front, so we can't forget about it. We're going to replace that expression next to the 6 with the x squared minus 6x minus 16. So now we're going to distribute the 6 to get our final answer, which is y equals 6x squared. Now 6 times negative 6 is negative 36x, and 6 times negative 16 is negative 96. So there's your equation of that parabola in standard form, okay? Pause the video, make sure you get that down. Now for this one, again, we're always working, the easiest place to work backwards from is your roots. You can do your vertex, you'll see that tomorrow, but right now it's just easier to work with your roots. So you find your first two roots, and your roots are 2 and 4. So you're going to write x equals 2, x equals 4. And then from there, we're going to work it backwards to get our standard form, which is ax squared plus bx plus c. So I'm going to write x equals 2 up here, x equals 4. We're going to work it backwards. Bring that 2 over. Becomes x minus 2. Those were our factors. Bring the 4 over. That becomes x minus 4 equals 0. Now we do our double distributive to get our standard form. Okay, so we label x minus 2 up here, x minus 4 down here. X times x is x squared. X times negative 2 is negative 2x. X times negative 4 is negative 4x. And negative 4 times negative 2 fills in that box to give you positive 8. Combine your like terms, and you're left with y equals x squared. Negative 4 and negative 2 give you negative 6x plus 8. Now you could always plug this in your calculator and see, did your roots come out to that? Did your vertex come out to 3, negative 1? There's so many ways to check your answers, okay? Pause the video and make sure you get this down. All right, on to the last one. Write the equation of the parabola whose roots are negative 6 and negative 1. So again, all that means is your roots are where x is equal to those points, or where it crosses that x-axis at negative 6 and negative 1. It looks something like this. Negative 6, negative 1, those are your roots. And we work backwards. So we're going to move those numbers over to get our factors. We get x plus 6, x plus 1 equals 0. And then we do our double distributive property to get it in standard form. So we get x plus 6 up here, x plus 1 over here. Get x squared when you fill in the box. X times 6 is 6x. X times 1 is 1x. And 1 times 6 is 6. When you combine your like terms, you get 7x. So you get x squared plus 7x plus 6 equals 0. But again, we want to write it as a function or an equation of a quadratic. So we need that y. You can put y, or you can make it f of x. It doesn't matter, as long as you have it equal to something and not 0, because that's how we solve it. It's not what we want to do. We want to write it as a general equation to represent our parabola. All right, so those are your 3 examples. You're going to try some on Delta Math now, and pause the video, make sure you get this down. And you're going to just remember to go to the assignment that says writing equations of quadratics in standard form. So it's a lot of practice with this double distributive. Okay, message me if you have any questions.